Crab, the Orb Guardian. Scientists fight crab for mysterious purple orb discovered in California deep. What? I mean, I'm glad he's defending the orb. The last time one of those got out, like, it just ruined Castle Brennenburg. But just, man, I really want to know how they fought off this crab. Like, okay, well, first of all, this has to be a giant crab, particularly of the giant enemy variety. So, first of all, now we know that game was realistic because we do have to fight a giant enemy crab. But second of all, I want to know what this orb is and why both sides are so enamored with it. I think the orb might be the true final boss here. I think we've got some sort of like slime god situation going on. Like, we've got the processing unit in the orb, and then it's just controlling everything near it. I don't like that. Hello everybody and welcome to Kalbus! My name is Lumo, and today we're looking at r/Bossfight, a subreddit dedicated to things that look like they have a health bar or will serve as the boss in some sort of RPG and or video gaming experience. I got nothing else to say, so let's just jump right into it. The Thundercat!
Because we all need it, here's what happens when a cat touches a plasma ball.
I love that it gravitates towards the beans! Man. Okay, well, first of all, we need to acknowledge Cat Toe Beans. Thank you for acknowledging it with me. Second of all, I love that this cat is just vibing out. He is just having a good time with it. Unfortunately, we already know what a dangerous Thundercat looks like in the form of Magnamalo from Monster Hunter. I know that's technically fire, but he does, Magnamalos do Kimchi things when you're not looking, and it's a danger cat. And also, it can be paired with Zenogre plus Cringe plus Not Chaos plus L plus Ratio. I love this. I love this little Thundercat. Postman, the All-Father. DNA test confirms retired Postman has over 1,300 illegitimate children. What? Okay, now first of all, I have to ask. I mean, this is the issue. My logical brain sees a joke and wants to make sense of it, which only ruins the joke. I'm sitting here like, how did they have time to DNA test all 1,300 children to figure out whose it belongs to? Is there a record database? Is there all of this? No. It is just a joke, and this man is the world's busiest postman because god dang, if he is just delivering packages left and right. I wonder what the average day would look like. Like, you would have to, like, what urban scenario would you have to be in to sire so much? There is logistics here that I want to understand, even though it's just a joke. I want to know more because this man, I don't think he has a high health pool anymore, but goddamn if his stamina stat is not legendary. Immortal Chicken, the Poultry Messiah. 1957, 1978, 2005. Freaking hell, how old is this chicken? This is gonna be a Kuliyaku. I've got Monster Hunter on the mind, but this is definitely going to be everyone's favorite, like, egg velociraptor by the end of this. Actually, I've never seen what an old chicken looks like. Like, I mean, obviously, you know what I mean, like an old-timey chicken from back in the 50s, not the current, like, chonkers that we have today, but just, I am terrified to see what a bloat this thing is in 2020. I want to see this chicken scaled up, like 5 feet tall, razor sharp teeth. Let's just turn the chicken into a proper boss fight. Like the giant enemy crab before it, this is going to appear in every hyper-realistic video game. The 3 Mistresses of Misery. I mean, only one of them looks like they're having a pretty normal day. One fell asleep with her pizza, which is just very upsetting. The middle one's goth, but like she's kind of rocking it with the bird. Probably not a real bird, but at the same time, still a cool aesthetic, so 10 out of 10. I feel really bad for the bride, though. Like, regardless, even if this was just a photo shoot, that is a ruined wedding dress. Ugh. So even if the day wasn't ruined, that dress sure is. But just, man, a picture's worth 1,000 words, and unfortunately, the only story that this one tells in its entirety, without any context clues, is New York subway system. Taylor, the ferret of functions. Oh my god, little man is mathing. God. This is what scholars look like in every Final Fantasy game. I'm not sure if you know this, but it's canon, and I want to say at least 14, that they aren't actually casting spells, they're just doing really cool magic math, which I think is pretty neat. I think summoners might be the same way, I'm not sure, but I think that's also the same way it is in Tactics, unless Tactics is the one with the mathematician job. Either way, this little ferret's got powers beyond mortal comprehension, and the fact that you're seeing him like this, that's not something that was photoshopped on. That's just his power. He just displays math formulas at the ready, on the go, with his body. The top comment: when teachers told me I would need to learn math, I never believed them until I saw him. It scares me. Nate, the decapitated narrator. That's just... That... What? I assume this is the curvature of the glass combining with the curvature of the water to create a weird, surreal, like, decapitated effect due to the bending of the light, but just... That's so weird. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. This is just the final boss of Super Paper Mario. I don't like it. Ent, Terror of Steel. I mean, you gotta imagine that that's pretty delicious. Like, that man looks thrilled to be getting the iron back in his diet. Oh my god. So much came together for this. Like, the branch that had to be cut off because it was growing into the path. Just wonderful nose, the eyes, someone saw this and thought it was a Homer Simpson mouth. And then the fact that trees just grow around obstacles and then do their best to, like, become one with it, like, just to grow around it and assimilate it. I think that's terrifying, that, like, if you are tied to a tree and you are fed enough, there is a chance the tree grows around you and locks you in place. You would have to be there for multiple years, but it's a theoretical possibility. But then you could become the first tree person. Bornstein and Smoog! Twin terrors of the City of Dogs! Oh. Top comment, I think, has a better one. This just looks like the frog boss from Cuphead. This doesn't really remind me of Oreo and S'mores, you know? Because first of all, Smo was the big one. Smo was like the massive one. Ornstein was just, you know, he was a scrunky little bungo. He wasn't anything... I mean, he was dangerous, but you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't the predominant force in the room. The predominant force in the room had more folds than a napkin at a fancy restaurant. And was like the size of a mid-sized family sedan standing upright. So, I'm giving it to Frog Boss. I think Frog Boss definitely is the right one here. Andre Rush, the cooker of skinny MFers. Look, you guys don't understand. This man is like the two things I want to be. A wonderful cook and buff as hell. This man's got 24-inch biceps last I heard. That's half of my like waist. That's a little over half of my waistline. This man can put his biceps together and it is as wide as I am. That's terrifying in like a good way. Man, that dude could punch somebody and they don't even take the hit. They just vanish. They're just gone. The Four Horsemen of Armors. Lethe the Leathered Man. Stacy, sexy warrior of chainmail. Jonathan, the full enchanted diamond guy. He is rich. And Galdolf, the golden one. What is happening in the world of fashion and how can I get in on it? Look, I'm gonna be completely real. I would wear the diamond enchanted armor one. That is an eyesore. That is violently awful to look at, and I think it's an anti-paparazzi outfit because those exist and they just ruin any photo that the paparazzi take. It's amazing technology, really. But if it looked like that all of the time and was so iridescent, yeah, I would be the target of muggings, but I'd be the world's most fashionable target of muggings. Oh my god. Master Doc, the Death's Nightmare, archenemy of Aples. This is the cockiest hospital I have ever seen. That's phenomenal. That is so good. Someone on the hospital design crew was like, guys, you know what we need? We need an image of death getting stopped by a naked buff man holding like the hospital symbol. We just need that in the hospital. That will ensure confidence. People will see that and think we always stave away death and people will come here for their treatment. There was a boardroom meeting designed to collaborate with an artist on this, and I think that's beautiful. SpiderCat! Spider crimes, eater of treats. All I'm saying is little man is having a good day. Little man is having a good day. Man, I miss having a cat. My old cat was a little bit of a bastard, but like in a cute way. So, you know, I would like another cat one day. But man, look at this flumpy little bumbo. Look at this scrunky little dude. I love this cat. The Great Loaf. The Oktoberfest is an old German tradition where 12 children, one for each month, are sacrificed to the Great Loaf to grant us a good harvest. No, I believe it. I believe it. I have a couple of German friends, and they always tell me that, like, it was painful selecting the child for this year's ritual, but, like, you know, it has to be done. It has to be done. Unfortunately, it is always publicly covered by the media, and it's very unfortunate. It's a solemn time for everyone, which is why they introduced the tradition of the alcohol into it to cope. That's not how you cope, and none of this is real. This is a joke. The ultimate army, invader of libraries, the coming of world domination. Stats, 20,000 knowledge, 500,000 military might.
Please do not eat in the library.
The ants will get in and learn to read and get too smart, and knowledge is power, but power corrupts, so they'll turn evil and take over the world. Look, if ants could ever, mobilize against humans in a meaningful way, and, they knew that they could, we would just perish. We can have all of the poison we want, but it hurts us too. And the ants know this. It would be mutually assured destruction. It would be a nightmare. And that's all the time we have here today on Kalbus. If you like this, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, share this with a friend who could use a reminder that the ants are everywhere, fighting for dominance under your feet, and there's nothing you can do about the hidden war of the insects beneath you. If you do want more r/bossfights, we'll be popping up on your screen in just a couple of seconds. But until then, my name has been Lumo, and I hope to see you in the very next Kalbus video. Have a great rest of your day.